Hello everybody, the Drafter here, and welcome back to some more Minecraft on the Feed the Creeper server. That's cool, we are near my portal area, and let me show you without any other talk chitty-chatty what we're going to do today. My general plan is to have a spawner, automatic spawner in my base, but to do that I need power. I need a lot of power. So I want to make a big reactor, and for that I need a lot of materials. Now, since I don't want to have a turtle, mining turtle or a quarry yet, I want to do it old style, you know, just mining, caving. I like it, it's quite relaxing, but we're gonna do it with style. And that's why I'm here in my Twilight Forest portal. Let's jump in. Yeah, this place is full of ore. And in fact, I have already been here just in order to create this. This nice guy over here is a magic map. And the magic map, it will show you, wait a second, okay. We should go over the other group called Twilight Forest. There you go. We should go over here, well, and the hollow hill. And if I'm not mistaken, this will be a large hollow hill. You have small, regular, and large. So let's go over here, and we should maybe find one of these guys. And I also replaced my torches with these. Bang! Blood light. 10 LP for 1 block of light. That's not bad. Yeah. Let's dig a little bit. Down, down, down in the earth. And we should be under the hill now. Maybe we have to go a little bit down. Further down. I already see coal. Good. Coal is good. Because for the reactor, we're gonna need a lot of resources. Mainly iron. Iron graphite bar, which is made cooking coal again, or I can hear you, spiders, cooking coal again in the furnace. So that's what we need. I hear spiders. Where is the hollow hill? Dang it, don't make me a liar. Come on. Let's go down. I hear them. There you go. That's it. This is the hollow hill. It's a very, very dangerous place. Perfect! As you can see, I could put the bed down here. Let's put also light. And next thing you wanna put down is this lector and the linking book to my base. Super perfect. So I can go back to my base, but first I have with me another Mistcraft book without linking, and let's link it here. So I can put it back in my base, and over here, well, let's rename it first. if I'm not mistaken. No, with this one. Let's rename it Hollow Hill. That's very nice. Hollow Hill. Oops, Hollow Hill. And we are good to go back. Yeah, Hollow Hill. Bang. Shoppity bang. Yeah, I'm just gonna dig through this. Start collecting materials, as I said. Putting slabs, making sure I have slabs all around me so monster cannot spawn. That's bad. That's not something you wanna do it. No monster spawning here. That's very dangerous place. So make sure you put half slabs all the way around you, and also that you have a way out. That's also a nice thing to have. Nice. Okay. And let's start the gathering of resources for my big reactor. Now, for me, it's gonna be a while. For you, it's gonna be just a snap of my fingers. And this is how this place, Hollow Hill, in the Twilight Forest looks like after caving it. Yeah, half slabs everywhere. Lot of coal, lot of iron and other stuff taken from this place, thanks to my fortune pick, Lucky 777, and also treasures. Yeah, you can see chests over there. I went on to the, let's say, the ground, the lowest level. A lot of chests, a lot of spawner, and a lot of monsters. So, but that was cool. It's definitely funny to cave in this way instead of using a turtle, mining turtle. So that's why I wanted to do in this way. Nice. So now, scary Twilight Wrath, let's go back to my base for the smelting. And the smelting is complete. Over here I've set up another temporary smelting station with another nether furnace. Bang! 9 stack of iron, 9 stack of graphite bar. Well, graphite bar, just... no, this is how you use it. The graphite bar, it's just coal, smelted coal, basically. Or charcoal, whatever. You can also use, yeah, a grinder, I think. No, it doesn't say. Redstone furnace. Well, anyway, just cook your coal. That's what you have to do. Cook again your coal. And, oh, I forgot to show you. Well, I made another, let's go back quickly. I made another, there you go. I made another magic map. Let's see, yeah, on the surface of the Twilight Forest. And that shows the markers for the different biomes. So that over there is a large hollow hill. We'll find out what the other funny places are. For the moment, let's go back to business here, because, yeah, let me grab this chest over here. Okay. And let's go back on my second floor, because on the second floor is what the good stuff is gonna happen today. And this area over here, bang, is already marked for the construction of my reactor. Exactly. I want to have a sustainable source of power. So we're gonna build the reactor here, exactly here. I marked down the place with this dirt. Nice and easy. In the description of the video you will find a pastebin URL to my account, and there I put down all the materials you will need to build this. Break down into single the single blocks and materials you will need. So hopefully you will find it useful if you want to build the same reactor or base your research on that. Now I have a temporary working table here, working area, with a forestry work table, the one we saw previously, with the rest of the materials I will need for this. Now if you follow my pastebin plan, you know that we will need a lot of reactor casing, a lot of reactor glass and some other stuff. So let's go ahead and first, well, let me take a few more block stacks of graphite and iron, because this is what we are gonna need the most. And let's start with the casing. The casing, reactor casing, is the most basic block used in the reactor construction. So reactor casing, let's take a look. Turbine, maybe I can type it in. There you go. You need 4 iron ingot, 4 graphite bar, and 1 uranium, ingot of uranium, let's call it, because in Feed the Beast Monster there are different ores that can be used as uranium bars. There is yellowite, there is uranium, there is nether uranium, and there is also raw uranium ingot. And you can see them over here. Pitch blend, you can also use pitch blend, I'm quite sure. So let's try with the pitch blend first and see if it works. If I didn't say something false to you, that's it, reactor casing. So let's craft 132 of these guys. And we also gonna lock the recipe on the forestry table. We're gonna use this a lot. So let's consume all the materials I have at the moment. And let's see how many we got. I think we got quite a lot. 64, I think I made more. What? Damn it. Okay, well, we have more iron. I hope I didn't mess up too much. But yeah, we have a lot of these guys over here. And let's put down the basic frame of this. Now you need to make these as reactor casing blocks. You will also be able to use glass, but not for the frame. The frame has to be made of the external frame, and the columns also, these, like these, they need to be reactor casing. So yeah, need to use that. And do I have glass on me? Yes, I do. So now let's put down more in the center. Now the center is a 3x3 area, and also need to be reactor casing, if I'm not mistaken. We will see. Now for these other blocks we're gonna use reactor glass. And reactor glass, let's check the recipe. It's 1 casing, 2 glass, and you should get 2 reactor glass for each. Is it false? Is it false? So in Feed the Beast Monster you don't have this cheap saving thing, so whatever. Let's make 48 of these. We should have enough. Yeah, I need 48, so I probably need more glass. Let's just lock this recipe. Let me go fetch 24. Yeah, let me go fetch 48 glass. Thankfully I have my crafting station over here. That will give me plenty of glass. My block creation station. Let's put the glass over here and let's make 24 more. Let's just be careful not to waste all of them. I don't want to create more. This is very expensive. This is very expensive stuff. So you don't want to waste. No waste, no waste. This is expensive. So let's put the glass, reactor glass, to fill the gaps here, and nice and tidy. Now for the middle floor, if you follow my scheme, we will need, I don't need this, no I don't need this, but I need more reactor casing. Second floor, we are gonna go for casing here, and casing here and here, and then we're gonna put glass. Not on this side. This side will be for controls stuff, but this side we can go for glass. Not enough control rods. Reactor wire. No, yeah. Perfectly. No, that's regular glass. We want the reactor glass. So whenever we are done, we will see that this structure will change into a multi-block structure, and we can have. That's all for the second. For the middle floor, concerning glass. So now we want to make the fuel rod. Reactor fuel rod. What's it called? No, Yellorium fuel rod. Should be something like this. That's iron, graphite, and uranium in the middle. So let's toss the recipe over here, and I'm out of iron and graphite. So let's put more of this stuff into the crafting table. Let's take again the recipe. No, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. So graphite, iron, 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 iron. Then we are gonna go for the yellorium. Yeah, why not? And we have yellorium fuel rod. Do we? We should. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Why are you not giving me? Gimme, gimme, gimme. Yellorium. Is something missing? This is graphite, no? Graphite, graphite, iron, 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 and uranium. Game, are you trolling me? What's wrong with you? Okay. Let me sort this out, guys. Okay, apparently the yellorium ingot is not good. So let's use the uranium. That's okay. We want how much we want? 8 of these and not 9. I will explain you later why. So let's make 8 of these and let's put them in the middle of the reactor where we put this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Let's leave this block empty. I will explain you why. We need to have it empty. Now the rest also will be empty, this space here, because we will need a cooling material, a cooling liquid or air, but water or something else called resonant ender will work better than air and water. So we're gonna fill this with resonant ender that we're gonna make a little bit later. Let's see, for the middle floor I think we are done. Yeah, we can make the controls. So for the controls we need a reactor control. No, that's the reactor access port. Let's go back to the reactor access port, like so. 4 casing, 1 chest, 1 piston. 4 casing, 1 piston, 1 chest. Let's see if I can remember how to craft a piston. I should. It should be something like this. 1 over here and 3 planks. Piston. And I'm not gonna lock this recipe. Next we want a chest, which is quite simple. And now we can craft. Ooh. And now we can craft the reactor. Whoa, did I click on the piston, did I? Okay, chest over here, and 4 reactor casing. 1, 2, 3, 4 will give us a reactor access port. I don't think, well, let's lock it just to have it together with the rest. Then we need a reactor controller. The access port is where you will put your fuel and you get your waste material. So we need next a reactor controller. Reactor controller, that's a controller, that's for the next step. So uranium, reactor casing, 1 diamond and 1 redstone. Let's go back over here. We can keep the reactor casing. Let me do this. That's easy. Let's see if the yellorium works. And reactor controller, no, it doesn't seem to work. That's very funny. It says yellorium, but it doesn't work. It's yellorium ingot. I don't know. Well, I have uranium, so good enough. Controller, reactor controller. Next, the third control block we need for this, let me pick the controller, is the reactor power tap. You want something to get your the produced power out from the reactor. So 4 casing, 4 redstone. Let's remove these and put these over here. power tap. Nice and easy. And we're gonna put them in this structure, 2 and 3. And if you follow my guide, we want the access port. Well, you can put them basically whenever you want on the side. In the frame, you can put it here, there, whatever you want. I'll put it here because that's how I want to do it. It seems to be a very nice explanation. Okay, controller here and power tap over here. So you have your access port. See, this is in and this is out. Eject waste contained in the reactor. Placing ingot in the reactor's access port. Ah, cool. So yeah, inlet, outlet. So this is inlet. Whenever you put fuel in, it will get sucked and processed. Outlet, set the access port to outlet mode. Port will not accept items, but port will eject ingots. In fact, you will have waste material here on the output that you can recycle. They're called cyanide, and you can recycle them into plutonium that can be used to produce more energy. But that's something that we are not gonna look into this episode, so yeah. Next time, let me put a little scaffolding here so I can go up. Okay, now we need to close these, so let me take 2 reactor casings. That's good. And now we need to fill, as I said, we want to fill the inside of these here with resonant ender. To produce resonant ender, we need something called magma crucible, and you can craft it like this: machine frame, leadstone energy cell, bricks, 2 copper gears, and a redstone reception coil. It's a thermal expansion machine, so you can put it here. And we also need the ender. That's very important. Thank you, Enderman Farm, for the ender. Oh, and we also need something else called a portable tank. Let me just show you quickly, but first let's set up the crucible over here. So we already have input. Power input. Configuration. Let's clear everything. Output on top, like so. And input is this side. It's filling up with power. Thank you, blood magic. Nice. And all the other stuff I'm using. And let's put the tank. Let's hold shift. It can hold 32,000 millibuckets. Now for this I will need 16 buckets. So let's put the tank over here in input mode. See, it's blue. If you click it with your wrench, it will go into output mode. Shift right click, it pops back into your inventory. So let's go this way, put it back, and enabled, ignored for the moment. So, oh no, this is not needed as an input. Silly me. We are gonna put the stuff manually. So let's see. The ender is cooking, power is slowly being drained, but refilled slowly. So let me just show you the resonant ender going into the tank. It would be very cool. And there you go. Every ender pearl will give you 250 MB of resonant ender. So make your calculation. For 17 millibucket. You need 68 ender pearls. I already put 16, so let me quickly skip this and I'll meet you again whenever I have my ender cooked up into my portable tank. See you guys. Back with my 16 millibuckets of resonant ender. Oh, let's take it back. Whoops, shift, right click. And thank you, Magma Crucible, you was very kind. And let's turn this off for the time being, so I don't use too much of my blood, life essence. Now we can go back up here, and with this nice guy, we can put it down whenever I want, and using a regular bucket, just take one bucket and put it down. You take one bucket, and just be careful. you put it down all the way around, like so. Oops, and one in the middle. As we said, that's why we wanted one empty. Was it here? Yes. I need another here in the corner. Well, you get the concept, right? I guess. So all the way around with the resonant ender. I'm gonna put one here, one here. Be careful not to waste it. I don't know what happened if you toss it on the floor of your base. Ooh, this needs to go here. Or if you fall inside of this liquid. Looks scary. Anyway, which one is missing? This one. Now the very far. I don't know if I can. No. Two left. Which will be this one. And this one. That's all still. Cool, you can take back, oops, your tank. I will throw it around here for the moment. Oops, always do it. I always do it. The bucket stays with me. I will fill it again with lava. I always got some lava buckets on me, you never know. So next we can go to the top level now. Nice. Top floor will be very simple other than this. We need reactor control rod and the recipe is like so. So I already put it in my work table. 4 casing, 3 graphite bar, 8 redstone, well 1 redstone and 1 uranium. So we need 8 of these, and guess what? They are going to sit on top of the yellorium cell. Oops, like this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 in total. Now you want to close the upper middle block, oops, with a reactor casing, and we need to fill the rest with either glass or reactor casing. So choose whatever you want, but remember this, the frame needs to be leave 1 block because I will have to go back up here to put the glass. I don't have glass on me, I think. Well, let's see. So remember, the frame needs to be reactor casing. Do I have the glass? No, the glass is here. Well, I made too much of this. Well, can always use them for... Oops, I need one more. I can always use them for upgrade my reactor if I want more power. Ooh, this is a nice... You can name your control rod. Cool. So you can kind of control your power outage and use one cell more than another. Well, that's certainly interesting, but with this setup, which should be good. Oh, this is all glass. Look how cool the resonant ender looks like. And now I believe when I put down the last block, the texture will change. Yay! And we have the reactor fully functional. How do you make it fully functional? Inlet mode, you take your, let's take half a stack of yellorium. You take your yellorium and you put it on here. It already took it. The controller, see, this is the fuel status. We need to turn it on. Activate reactor. Bang! Casing heat. Heat on reactor casing. High heat raises energy output and coolant conversion. Core heat. The core is 1000 centigrades. Seems good. And you have a battery of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10 million RF. You see, the power creation is quite fast. And this is the fuel reactivity. How heavily irradiated the core is. Higher level of radiation reduce fuel burn-up. So this seems to be a quite cool setup. Now I will turn it off because I don't want to waste the energy. Deactivate. So the energy will still... let's see, whenever it stops functioning. Okay, good. The energy will stay in the buffer. But to be very cool and efficient, I will put over here energy cells from thermal expansion, so I can collect my energy or convey it with the conducts whenever I want. Now, I hope this was entertaining and a little bit educational for you guys. I really hope you could learn something from me today. Well, that's nothing new, that's a very simple setup. But yeah, I would appreciate some comments on my setup, and if you have suggestions. And don't forget to check the other Feed the Creepers guys channels. Their link is in my description, in the description of this video, and as well in my front page. So the reactor is complete. I really hope to see you next time with another episode on the Feed the Creepers server. So guys, till next time, take it easy. Ciao ciao.